Greetings, Weight Watchers and friends. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Love Fuller, and I am here with the Weight Watchers weigh-in video. Today is season 4, week 2, and I want to talk about a little chit chat first. So first, I'm going to do chit chat. Then I'm going to tell you how much I weigh, and then I'm going to tell you how that happened, how that came about, and what I might do differently next week. Okay, so chit chat. Today's week 2, right? I was watching No Filter Nina's video about whether or not cheat days are good when you're doing a weight loss program. And in her video, her suggestion was that you not incorporate cheat days or also, I guess, carb cycling. You can, she was saying that either cheat days or carb cycling within the first 6 weeks of your weight loss efforts, like not to do them within the first 6 weeks. And I responded, I said, oh, that sounds like good general information. But it also gave me pause. It made me think, like, I would not know because I have never been on program for 6 weeks straight. Now, I don't know if that's normal or not, like meaning like never like just doing everything I'm supposed to do for 6 weeks straight, like track. Basically with your weight watchers, what do we need to do? Track. You just need to stay within your points. Of course, you can do the activity and of course water and all those kinds of things. But I'm just saying, even when it just comes to tracking or staying within my points and or tracking, even if you just do only tracking, I've never tracked every day for 6 weeks straight. I've never stayed within my points every day for 6 weeks straight. I've never stayed within my points, daily points, including my weekly points every week for 6 weeks straight. Never. And I've been doing Weight Watchers since, I think I've been on YouTube here since 2014, which is why I'm calling this season 7, even though it's like I can't count. So I'm gonna have to go back and count and see if it's season, because it's like 2014, 15, 16, 17. So that's how I'm saying season 4. But I might have come in 2015, but I don't think so. Anyway, yeah. So that was kind of an eye-opener, and I'm not really sure. Is that not normal? Is that not normal? I don't know. So I wanted your feedback and let me know. I mean, is that really messed up? And that's why I've been on this weight loss journey for 4 years without being slim and trim and sexy. Okay, I'm already sexy. Because Nina would say, you are sexy. So I'm like saying it first. I beat you. I'm saying it first. She's going to say sexy is not about slim and trim. Okay. All right. So how I did this. No, my weigh-in. My weigh-in was that I lost 1 pound. So last week I was 260.8, and this week I'm 259.8. So, woo, yay me for being in the 250s. Again, that sounds so wild to me that I'm saying 250s. Yay for being in the 250s. My goodness. So yeah. But yeah, yay me for being in the 50s. 1 pound. This is what we want to talk about. Okay, so last week, like when I was thinking about what I was going to say with this video, I was realizing that, that's exactly the same things I said last week. So last week I started off, like I went into the week and I ended up making these meals where I didn't know exactly how many points they were. And so I was like estimating. Well, that flowed into this week because I wasn't finished with those dishes. And so I started off the week estimating. So I started off the week estimating foods, and then, okay, I was tracking, I was doing well. But then, this is another controversial topic. I would say it's controversial, maybe not so controversial, because most people are like clear that there's a right way and a wrong way to do it, but I just tend to stand on the other side of the issue. And so I think that's controversial. So what I'm talking about is weighing every day. I think that it's more widely accepted, the idea of not weighing every day is more widely accepted within the weight loss community as far as what I've seen and heard, that people do not suggest it because of the same issue that I had. The reason why I generally stand on the other side of that issue is because it's normally helpful to me to weigh. I do know where the danger zone comes in, and that's, of course, basically when the scale is going my way, it's helpful for me to weigh because it helps me stay on track. If the scale is not going my way, then it's not helpful to me because then I start to go into F it mode. That's forget it mode. For you, for those of you who want to think of it that way. All right, so that's what happened. So like, remember I was telling you last week I was estimating, but I was like going below my points, and I had jet lag and all those kinds of things, and I felt like the weight was kind of the scale was slow to indicate weight loss, even though I'm like doing program, I was tracking and stuff like that. So basically what happened was that this week continued that way, that the scale was slow to indicate that, or like recognize that I'm doing Weight Watchers. So even though, and the crazy thing is that even though I knew that that's not right, if I think about people who have had, like other YouTubers who have had this situation, and they say like, you know, the feedback has been, or even their conclusions have been, okay, if I know I'm doing everything right, then I'm just going to stick with it and eventually it'll show up on the scale. Well, I never, not to say never, but I don't normally have that experience. Not very frequently have I had that experience. So, but thank goodness the knowledge about it, the wisdom is out there and imparted to me by my YouTube sisters who have said it basically over and over again. You know you're doing the right thing. So it's literally like I hear the YouTube sisters in my head saying, you know you're doing the right thing. You just stay the course and it's going to show up on the scale eventually. I know that I will hold on to weight when I eat too few points. Even though sometimes I might be eating the right amount of points, I will see my weight shift, my weight loss go when I go over my points, maybe for a couple of days or something like that. It's very much like the Wendy plan where she says to vary your points, but that happens with me, like I said, normally only when I'm going below my points. Like if I'm having a regular week where I'm eating all my points or into my weeklies, you know, I don't tend to have that problem. So there was that. So I was like, okay, I know this in my head, but my heart was still feeling like disappointed and like dejected and like it's not working. And it wasn't like very conscious, but I could tell because of my behavior, because I was like more in effort mode. Like I would eat more things. So basically in the beginning of the week, I was kind of like estimating. Then maybe in the middle of the week, I did okay, but I did fine and I wasn't estimating. And then the scale, things weren't showing up in the scale. And then became the weekend. And then I was just like, okay, I'm just going to be watching. Scale still not showing up, and then by the last 2 days of the weekend, I was like, still knowing I was gonna come back here, but I was eating things that I wouldn't normally eat. Like I ate McDonald's, I ate at Johnny Rockets. You know, I ate stuff that I wouldn't normally eat if I were not feeling dejected by what I was seeing on the scale. So, okay. I've always understood your point when you've said that it doesn't, it's not good to weigh every day because people end up feeling dejected. But that doesn't normally happen to me. So, and I'm like, I thought that I knew enough in my head. I really knew enough in my head that I'm like, Weight Watchers works for me. And the only thing I was concerned about was like, oh, maybe I'm getting too old and my metabolism is shifting or whatever. But Weight Watchers, regardless, Weight Watchers has your back with that too, because they just adjust your points right on down. On my birthday, my points just were adjusted right on down. So I was like, I'm not going to accept that. I'm not going to put that in my mind. I know where Weight Watchers works for me, and I'm not going to accept that. Although I had a little bit of fear or doubt, like, oh no. Okay, so basically, yeah, the scale finally went down today, and that was after yesterday eating what I said, McDonald's, and the day before having Johnny Rockets. So it finally went down. I guess I had to eat 1 billion points in order for it to like shift. But I think that it would have shifted anyway had I not eaten eating so far over yesterday and the day before. You see what I'm saying? It's like basically I ended up sabotaging myself by eating even more points than I needed to eat. So I think I would have seen a bigger loss. Basically, that's my point. Okay, so also the thing that I noticed is last week I said, oh, I do really well with my water because that's all I normally drink is water. Well, this week, of course, since I was having issues, I started to pay attention, and I was like, if I drink throughout the day, but I'm not drinking in large enough quantities to kind of aid in the weight loss the way people say you need to drink your water. So that's what I'm going to do differently. So what I'm going to do differently this week is I'm going to stay on track with tracking. That's my hope. But actually try and track or try to I went to an Indian restaurant yesterday with my girlfriend, and she's lost so much weight. Oh my gosh, she looks amazing. But she says that she's just doing portion control, and then when I'm there, of course, I'm doing the same thing, just portion control. I'm not weighing out, although I could have weighed out the rice, but all these other things, I don't even know what they are. I wasn't doing that. I was just, eating little bits of them, so I didn't even know how to track that. So I guess sometimes that's going to happen when you don't really know how to track, but I should still estimate anyway. So that's still going to have to happen. That's going to happen sometimes. All right. So another little story that happened to me today before I go is that, I made this this bacon. My husband brought this other kind of bacon. It's really thick sliced bacon. It looks like bacon, but I knew it wasn't bacon. I knew it was sliced pork belly because it says pork on there, and I could tell. I'm familiar with it, but I've never run the point. So I'm like, oh, I'm gonna have breakfast. I made one slice of it, and I was like, gosh, this stuff looks so thick. This is crazy. And then, it seemed like it had like a mapley kind of something on it, at least a maple flavor or something. I don't know. But anyway, after I ate it, and when I was about to eat lunch, I was going to eat a peanut butter and jelly sandwich for lunch. I was like, oh, splurge. No splurge allowed, because thank goodness I tracked my breakfast before I went to eat the lunch, and it was 13 points. 13 points for one slice of bacon. So what I'm going to do differently this week is really try and track before, or at least have an idea, even if I'm not writing it down, but at least know how many points the food that I'm eating is, unless it's something that I'm estimating. Okay? But I weighed it and everything. I knew how many grams it was. 63 grams, a big old thick slice of bacon, 63 grams before it was cooked. 13 points. Not worth it at all. Not worth it. So anyway, that's what I'm going to do differently. So it's water, it's tracking. I've been still doing the 100-day challenge. As far as I understand, today is day 19, 18 or 19, something like that. And so I'm doing that. That's doing 30 minutes of activity every day. So I'm happy with that. So this week I'm going to continue that. I'm going to drink water, at least 4 bottles of water a day. That's my goal. The only problem is that if I know I'm going to go out, how do you do that? How do you manage your water when you know you're going to go out? I do not like going to the bathroom in public. I know, I can't imagine anyone saying, ooh, I do. I like going to the bathroom in public. I get that. We don't like going to the bathroom in public, and therefore I don't want to drink water, a whole bunch of water, before I go out to the bathroom. And plus the fact that I don't live in the United States. I live in another country where either your bathrooms bathrooms here tend to be hit or miss. The hits are really good. They have great, amazing bathrooms here. Sometimes, they have some of the mediocre bathrooms, but the misses, no ma'am. You cannot use that bathroom. You will not use that bathroom if it's a place where it's old-fashioned, old bathroom, sometimes like hole in the floor, like very rarely. However, you just never know. You might find, and you know, where you might find yourself where you just like need to use the bathroom. And I don't like that. So what do you do? What do you do? How do you make sure that you drink your water, but not have to go to the bathroom in public? Let a sister know. That's all. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this long video as usual. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think by leaving a comment below. And if you're new to my channel, I'd love to have you join me for more of my Weight Watchers Weigh-In videos as I lose this weight and I become slim, trim, and sexier. Okay, so please click the subscribe button. That's it. See you next time. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Ciao, friends.